I can't help but think about what Neville Goddard would think if he was alive today and he saw how his teachings were being interpreted. So many people mean well in this community, in my opinion, but also a lot of people don't realize they are misleading people so badly, and they are allowing Neville's teachings to actually kill your manifestation, to actually kill your SP aspirations, instead of helping you manifest whatever it is that you want to manifest. There is so much content out here around manifestation and getting an SP or manifesting your dream life, whatever your specific goal is: weight loss, getting rid of a disease, all of the above. But what's messing a lot of people up is the sensationalism around manifestation. Hear from them in an hour, get them back in 24 hours, or whatever the clickbait title is. And a lot of people, in my opinion, have taken Neville's teachings out of context, which means they've taken Abdullah's teachings out of context, because we all know Abdullah was the one that taught Neville the law. And what it has birthed is a bunch of people expecting to get an SP back extremely quickly, or expecting to get whatever it is that they want extremely quickly. And when they don't get it quickly, they think, oh, I must be doing something wrong, or this doesn't work. And the whole reality is a lot of you guys are being misled. And Neville's teachings have become something that they were not intended for, in my opinion. You know, a lot of people out there, they have these videos saying that it doesn't have to take long. It shouldn't take long. You can get an SP quick. You can hear from an SP in an hour. You can hear from an SP in one day. And the truth is, these guys aren't lying when they say that. It absolutely is possible. Sometimes you hear people say, oh, you don't have any blocks. You don't have anything like that. All you have to do is just live in the end. Your only problem is you're not living in the end. There's no such thing as having blocks. And again, these people aren't wrong when they say that. However, they are doing that famous saying known as lying by omission. It is absolutely true that it doesn't have to take long. It is absolutely true you don't really have blocks like you think you have. And anything else you might hear some of these instant manifestation coaches talk about. However, they are leaving out the fact that most people, it will not be that easy for you to get these principles. You got to think about it. If this stuff was as easy as some of these people are saying it is, all of us would be walking around here with exactly what we want. There would be no shortage of people not being where they want to be in life. Everybody would be married right now. Everybody would be living in mansions. Everybody would have their dream cars. Everybody would be living their dream lives. And if not everybody, damn near everybody, at least 70 to 80% of the population. And we all know by looking at the world, looking at your own life right now, most likely that is not the case. But it's not because you're doing anything wrong, in my opinion. It's because you bought into the hype for something to come into your experience way faster than it probably is. Teachings of Neville Goddard, in my opinion, were intended to help you change your life around. However, in my opinion, I don't believe that the teachings of Neville were to help show you and to help you expect for you to get things super fast overnight in 24 hours. I think that's where I part ways with some people in this community, is because I know how hard it is to manifest things instantly. And I know, and I'm not going to lie to you guys and tell you that you are going to manifest stuff instantly. Yes, that is a good goal to strive to. But again, just looking at your life and looking around people that you know and looking at people that you know around you, we all know that's not the reality. No matter how many videos they watch, no matter how much they practice it. So you have to stop allowing yourself to get influenced by a lot of these influencers that are teaching Neville, because they mean well, in my opinion. But what they inevitably end up doing is they have you questioning LOA. They have you questioning your own skills because you're not getting stuff fast like they say you will. And this is why Neville Goddard, in my opinion, his teachings are killing your manifestation, killing your SP from coming back. Because the harsh reality for a lot of you is you aren't ready for Neville's teachings. And that is a hard pill for a lot of you to swallow. Neville's method sounds great. When you first hear about it, especially, your eyes get wide. You get excited. You can't sleep. You knew there was something missing. You knew there was something greater. There was an easier way to get what you wanted. And you feel like you finally figured it out. But then 1 week goes by. Then 2 weeks goes by. Then a month goes by. 6 months goes by. Where's my manifestation? Nowhere to be found. Why? Because you were trying to apply a technique that you weren't ready for. As rudimentary, as elementary as some people try to make Neville's teachings, it is extremely hard to implement. Talking about it is one thing. Actually doing it is another thing. Because life, I promise you, life for most of us will get in the way at some point or multiple points. I can't tell you how many people I've worked with one-on-one that were doing good, and then all of a sudden they come back to me and they tell me, oh Marv, yo, I took a month off. I haven't really been doing this for a month. I haven't really been doing this for 2 months, 3 months, 6 months, and I feel stuck now. My consistency is gone. And then what happens is people start to lose hope. They start to lose faith because they haven't seen anything. Why? Because they listened to an influencer that told them to expect results in 2 days, in 3 days. And then when that time frame comes and goes and they don't see results, they think, oh, this doesn't work. Oh, I don't feel like doing this anymore. I want to give up. But the truth is, living in the end, living in the state of the wish fulfilled is an extremely advanced technique that is going to take most of you a long time to get down. Now, it doesn't have to, so it is good to try to strive to become an instant manifester. It is good to try to strive to get an SP back quickly or to manifest money quickly. It is good to strive for that. However, don't beat yourself up when it doesn't happen, because there's a good chance that it won't happen. Some of you are trying to jump straight to the end because that's what you were told, and you were told you didn't need to do anything else, and you're not really dealing with your blocks. The truth of the matter is some of you are gonna have to deal with your blocks. No matter how much an SP coach tells you, oh, you don't have to deal with that. You're doing extra steps. You're living in a reality where you have blocks. You created blocks for yourself. None of that stuff means anything. That may be true for some people, but for most of you out there watching this video right now, that is not going to be the case for you. You absolutely need to deal with your blocks. I know that sounds sexy to say, oh, I don't have to deal with my blocks. I don't have to deal with my past trauma. What is trauma? Trauma isn't real. It sounds sexy to say that, but that's not going to be the reality for a lot of you. But what is also true is healing doesn't need to take a long time. Dealing with your blocks doesn't need to take a long time. Don't allow thinking that, oh, dealing with my blocks is going to keep me in a state of where I have blocks. Don't believe that, because that's not true. You can have blocks and deal with those blocks in a short period of time and get what you want like that. But some people think, oh, if you keep saying you have blocks, if you keep trying to figure out where your blocks are coming from, then you're inevitably going to manifest more blocks. And again, that's not true. Following Neville's technique is slowing manifestation down for a lot of you. Following some of these influencers is slowing manifestation down for a lot of you, because you don't understand that this stuff is not one size fits all. Yes, it would be great if everybody used Neville's technique of just living in the end, doing sats, going to sleep at night, imagining a scene, waking up imagining a scene, and then boom, in less than a week you get what you want. But that's not going to be the reality for a lot of you. And especially if you don't have some sort of guidance, especially if you're dealing with somebody that has drank the Kool-Aid of manifestation, that is bought into, yo, this needs to happen instant. This needs to happen now. Some of you absolutely need to go back and revise. Some of you absolutely need to look at your trauma, because even Neville himself said it. And this is why I always tell you guys, go to the source. A lot of these influencers are influencing you guys for the worse, making you guys skip steps, making you guys think that, oh, this is all you have to do. And you think about all of these other people that have gotten stuff relatively quickly, or it seemed like they got stuff quickly. But the problem is you're not Neville. You don't have Neville's life. You didn't have the traumas that Neville had. And so you're comparing your story to somebody who didn't have the blocks that you have. You think, oh, Neville did it quickly. Oh, Neville went to Barbados. Oh, Neville got his second wife, or Neville did this, Neville did that. But again, you're not Neville. So why are you comparing yourself to Neville? You're not me. Don't compare yourself to me. I guarantee I didn't have half the blocks that y'all have. I consider myself fortunate. I haven't gone through a fraction of the stuff most of y'all watching this video have gone through. As far as relationship trauma, as far as money trauma, I mean, any of that stuff. I've been very fortunate to have a pretty damn easy life and to not grow up around a lot of the unfortunate circumstances that a lot of people grow up around. And again, there are people that have grown up in unfortunate circumstances, and they will be able to manifest quickly. They will be able to create that alchemy, turn water into wine per se. But again, that ain't the norm. So don't shoot yourself in the foot. All of these techniques out here, figure out which one works for you. And I would love to sit down and help you, whether it's money problems, whether it's specific person problems, whether it's health problems. But understand there is no wrong way to do this stuff, and understand there is no wrong pace. Understand you're not doing it wrong just because stuff is taking long. Neville even said himself, a horse takes 12 months to be born. A human takes 9 months to be born. Everything has its gestation period. You don't know when your gestation period is, but stop getting impatient, because the one thing you don't want to happen is you don't want to get your manifestation faster than you're supposed to, because this is why so many people lose stuff, aka lottery winners. Win a shit ton of money. They'll win 100, 200, 300 million, and then within 5 years, that shit is gone. That kind of money is not supposed to be gone within 3 to 5 years. So that shows you instant manifestation is very real. You can get an SP very quickly, but how many of y'all keep SPs? You know, I always see these videos in the comment section when I used to watch videos back in the day. I always see people say, oh, I did this technique and my SP came back, or they texted me, they came from me. And I would like to talk to those people and ask, okay, where are y'all at today? And I guarantee you it'll be crickets. Guarantee it'll be crickets. Why? Because so many people are so caught up on getting the thing and then not realizing, oh shit, when it shows up, now I gotta deal with this shit. And they don't know how to deal with this shit. Why? Because they haven't really truly done the work like they thought. They haven't really truly changed their self-concept because they listened to an influencer that said, oh, you don't really have blocks. Oh, there's no such thing as this. Comparing your story or trying to compare your state of being or where you're at to my situation or another influencer's situation or Neville's situation when you're not us. You're yourself. So understand we are here to help and we're here to guide you, but please don't think for 1 second that all you got to do is just do Neville's way or that's the best way for you. If you've never tried another way, I highly encourage you to try another way. If you were stuck doing Neville's living the end stuff and you think, oh, it's not working. If you've tried robotic affirming for a long ass time and you're not seeing any results, I highly suggest you try another way because there's a bunch of ways. There are no wrong answers in life. You get to decide what's wrong for you. You get to decide what's right for you. But being stuck and being biased to one technique or being biased to Neville and saying, oh, I'm only going to follow Neville, that could be backfiring for you right now. And that could be the very reason why you haven't manifested contact or gotten your SP back. So you need to take a hard look in the mirror at yourself and ask yourself, am I forcing this manifestation stuff? Am I forcing Neville Goddard's techniques? Am I forcing robotic affirming? Should I try to do other stuff? Because in my opinion, I guarantee the answer is abso-fucking-lutely. It is way better for a lot of you out there to find your blocks and to manifest in steps than to go straight to the end. And I know a lot of you guys don't like hearing that because an influencer told you, no, you don't have to do that. But again, it's easier said than done. And again, ask yourself how that's worked out for you so far, trying to just go straight to the end. So hopefully this video woke you up and you don't allow yourself to be influenced by a Neville Goddard or by another influencer on YouTube. Figure out which way works best for you, which way takes anxiety off of you, which way feels natural to you. Apply it, stay consistent, and in my opinion, in due time, you will see your manifestation. Figure out those blocks. Deal with those blocks. Because in my opinion, that won't hinder you from manifesting. Marv's Room.